Welcome to M1918, a speakeasy experience where we want to pluck you from the present and immerse you into the past. This is a concept that we started working on probably about a couple years ago. We really want to celebrate the Prohibition era, give people an experience that they just can't get anywhere. We had a space available to us here at the Salina Country Club that kind of an interesting room, all 60-degree angles, a lot of stone, a lot of glass. We wanted to convert this space and completely change the dynamics of it. And we did it with a lot of different architectural elements, a lot of different textures, unique color palettes, exquisite furnishings, great staff, great mixologists, all the ingredients to make the M1918 experience something that you won't forget. Let's go on in and take a look. Welcome. As you enter into the space, you'll notice here we've got comfortable seating for our patrons. Notice we have Ghosts of the Past on the wall. We've got some mixologists from the 1920s serving drinks to their happy patrons. Look how happy they are. I mean, although they're breaking the law, it doesn't really matter as long as they got good spirits. We work our way around the room here. And the angles in this room are very interesting. Very few 90 degrees. So, I mean, everybody, we have little secret corners that are hidden. So you really can't see the entire space at one particular vantage point. The entrance, we have these nice metallic beads. It almost creates a scrim. So you can see a little bit of what's on the other side, but you really don't experience until you wander your way through the beads. Over here, Al Capone, of course, everybody knows who Al Capone was. He was an infamous mobster from the Prohibition era. He ran a lot of different operations, a lot of speakeasy operations, very successful at it. So we thought we'd pay a little homage to him and create Al Capone's personal booth here. And once in a while, he'd probably meet and do business with some friends or foe. Of course, all of these things are top secret, so we don't know. So we've tried to incorporate as many elements that might have been renditions to the 20s. For instance, the light fixtures, the mirror. We've incorporated a lot of antiques into this build out as well. Marble tabletops, banquettes, leather banquettes. We've got ottomans here, swivel ottomans. So we have an eclectic mix of furnishings, but they're all very comfortable. If you notice, we have a lot of different textures in here. We've got, we tried to incorporate the elegance of the 20s and kind of the industrial aspect of the 20s. We have a lot of rusty I-beams. So to give you the impression this was a steel structure that Capone came in here and decided to put his spin on it and to lavish it with some elegance as well. This is where we do the recessed panels, kind of a rich walnut look. Again, with the leather banquettes and the marble tabletops, incorporating some rusted corrugated tin, some artwork that are representing some of the popular figures from the 1920s. Above the fireplace, we've completely refit this fireplace with the brick columns. Again, the rusted marble or metal hearth, corrugated tin around the fireplace enclosure, and above it, above the metal mantle, we've installed a piece with the Tommy gun and of course some mug shots and some other personal shots of Al Capone. Once again, trying to mix it up a little bit, elegance and a little bit of industrialism. When we're in this area here, we have sitting for a large party or individuals. It will work both ways. Again, incorporating some fun artwork. This is kind of a contemporary piece based off of characters from the 20s, almost a little contemporary feel to it. Regardless of where you're sitting, you still feel like you have a little bit of privacy, but then again, you're still close to people. So everybody feels like they're family, you heard that time, the mobs, hey, we're all family here. So we want everybody to feel comfortable, enjoy their space. Another area here for a large party. We have the Radius booth here, and if you are lucky enough to reserve this table in the winter, you'll have the comfort of a warm fireplace in front of you. Al Capone loved the cigars. And as I learned, one of his favorite cigars was a La Corona, and so we've kind of created a cigar store front, but we will offer a variety of cigars to our patrons, and you can buy it from Al Capone, and he stocked it with his favorite cigars. And that is adjoining the bar area here, which is really the stage for our bartenders, our mixologists. This is where the magic happens. They have an exquisite array of liquors available, an incredible drink menu. We didn't have a lot of space to work with, so we wanted to make the smallest space feel like it was large. And I think you could do that just by create different ceiling concepts. For instance, the lowered ceiling above the bar, the lowered ceiling above the radius booth. It kind of breaks the monotony of one ceiling line, and it blackens the ceiling out. Of course, it opens the space here. And during operations, the light levels are down, so it does create kind of a mystique environment in here. So the interrogation room is dedicated both to the right side of the law and the wrong side of the law. As you walk in, like I said, there's the right side of the law and the wrong side of the law. On each side here, we have one side of our hallway entering into the interrogation room. We have on display famous mobsters from the 1920s era. And then on the opposing wall, we have agents that worked for law enforcement during the Prohibition, where they were trying to enforce the law of non-alcoholic beverages in public spaces. It's almost like an educational experience as well. You notice on the wall here, we've incorporated shadow boxes, and each shadow box is representing a specific element of the 20s. We have this one dedicated to the criminal side. A lot of the famous mobsters, again, firearms that might have been used back in that time period. And then we have documentations as well, maybe some under the table deals that were going on with, could be politicians. You know, I don't know. I don't know, it's just hearsay. And then we wanted to celebrate Bonnie and Clyde. You know, they were, Bonnie and Clyde, you know, they spent some time in this area as well. So we thought it would be nice to put sculptural elements that would celebrate their reign of terror by incorporating, this is the same model of a Ford model that they were ambushed in at the end of their reign of terror. And we, a gentleman restored these things to the pretty close to the original color of the car itself. And then he took the doors out of the country and riddled them with bullets. And then we created backlighting, so it has that mystique of these bullet holes illuminating light. And of course, we have the portraits of both Bonnie and Clyde. And in the centerpiece of our shadow box display are elements from Bonnie and Clyde, historic artifacts, letters, the reward. So it's you know, it's kind of entertaining for people to be able to learn a little bit about the period, why they're having a few, maybe too many. I don't know. And then, of course, on the end, we got to celebrate the right side of the law. This is these are elements from the one law enforcement might have been using. Of course, we've got some documentation and some photographs up there depicting their story. Then over here in the corner, this is we call this Al Capone's interrogation cell. We happened on a picture of Al Capone's cell in Alcatraz. And we were able to have it blown up into mural size. And then we created this cell. And we painted the walls and ceiling to kind of blend into the mural to bring this into a real three-dimensional form. And we've been hanging on to this. Jason and I started talking about the speakeasy concept 2.5, 3 years ago. And we found this. We thought we needed it, whether, you know, even if we didn't do the speakeasy, Jason was going to find a home for old Al Capone here. Everything was based around this sculpture here, and we were very excited to have this completed so we could bring Al home. So he's in here, and of course the guests in here could be interrogating him, or maybe they're interrogating them, who knows. So at each side we'll have artifacts, interesting little item here. A lot of interesting little relics here that I think people will find entertaining as they're sitting in here enjoying their drinks. A lot of Prohibition photographs from the law enforcement side of the story, confiscated alcohol bottles, and then we have a very comfortable seating area here, good conversation area. People, so you could almost feel as though you were an authority with the law and you're planning your next raid, whatever. So, you know, the lighting, all of these elements play well together. For instance, you know, the rusty metal wall here, the rusty beams, and then you have the elegance of, you know, gold trims, the wainscoting. So we're trying to tie in both in elegance and industrialism at the same time. So I think we're trying to hit both sides of the coin, you know, whether the white collar, blue collar, like I said earlier, you know, we all need to find a balance to come together. And what better way to do that than an environment such as this with a good drink in your hand. So to enter into the speakeasy, we have 3 entrances available for our patrons. Prior to your reservation, you'll be given a code, and there are keypads. You enter your code, which will allow you into the speakeasy. This particular entrance here, it appears to be the front of a cigar shop, but on the back side of this, it appears to be a meat locker. Al Capone loved his cuts of beef, and he had the best butchers around. So as you come down to the dining room, it's kind of an unpretentious wall, very monochromatic colors, and it looks as though it's a door that you would enter into the meat locker. Little do these patrons know that when they do open the door, they're entering into this world of prohibition and elegance. And this is our 3rd entrance here, coming out of the card room. We kind of created a cabaret box office lobby here, so people at this point really don't know quite what they're in for until they immerse through the beats here. We really want people to be entertained regardless of where they're at in space, and this is one way of doing it. You just kind of you break the monotony of one specific design style, and you try to incorporate as many different elements of artistry as you can. You want it to be eclectic and exciting. Now the restroom facilities, we put a lot of emphasis on that as well, because we don't want people to leave the experience here. So as you enter into the stair area, as you notice, we want the impression that you're walking in between maybe 2 warehouses, the back streets, back alleys. But you're emerging down here, and this would be entering into Capone's warehouse, where all the bootleg liquor and everything is stored. We didn't want people to be bored, knowing that there might be people waiting to use the restroom, so we created a really nice little lobby area here that has some maybe great selfie, areas. We have a lot of mirrors which expand space, so regardless of where you're sitting, you're going to be entertained by something. But as you enter the restrooms, we really wanted to elevate the restroom and do more of an elegant spin on those. Ladies' restroom really tried to capture the elegance of the 1920s and with a lot of the antique style fixtures. The mosaic tiles, the metallic gold wallpaper. Again, the recessed panels, very rich colors. Very elegant. And then a men's, of course, very similar to the ladies. We've changed the color palette up a little bit, give it more of a masculine effect. And of course, a lot of different elements. I mean, there's things in the speakeasy here that are going to feed all your senses. The taste, your audio, your visual. Music was a big part of the 20s. For instance, we have a really nice sound system where we incorporated speakers regardless, so you don't have to have high volume, but you have good quality sound. So wherever you go, you're going to be enveloped in the experience, whether it be coming down the stairs, where you're waiting in the lobby to be seated. We really want people to be captivated. And I'm hoping that we have done that, and we're really looking forward to sharing this with our patrons.